Hey everybody, this is our 2018 Range Rover Evoque, and I couldn't find any great videos about how to change the oil and filter that weren't on a diesel or an older Evoque. So I thought I'd throw together a video and just kind of do a a DIY, whatever, hands-on type of a deal for this. So hang tight, and I'll do my best to walk us through this. So here's what the engine bay looks like on our car, and this is the Land Rover Ingenium engine, which I think stands for expensive oil. I think that's what that means. I didn't look it up, so who knows. So for whatever reason, the 2018 Evoque uses a special oil. I mean, it already used special oil before, now it uses like super duper extra special oil, and it needs that specification right there. Why? I don't know, but I don't want to blow up my car. So I found this. I got these on Amazon. Motul, I don't know, might be saying it wrong, that's fine. And it's the right spec, and they're about 10 bucks a liter. And according to the manual, we need 7. So that's what I got here. Now the car does have places to put a jack, so you can kind of see up here, right there. I'd use a couple blocks to make up some space, and obviously not the safest, so I reinforced with a jack stand on some solid stuff over there, so that way the thing's not going to fall on me. I jacked up the driver's side because the drain plug is more on the passenger side, so that'll help with more complete draining of the oil pan. Alright, so step one pretty much here is getting the protection plate thing here off, and it's held on by those dudes right there, and those are 10mm bolts there. We got to take them off, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think there's 7 of them, but I mean, it doesn't matter if there's 50 of them. They all got to come off. Okay, so once we get that protection panel off, the drain plug is over here. There she is, and that is a 13mm right there. So we're working on getting that off next. I, for the life of me, could not find the oil filter on this bad boy. The videos I saw online showed it different spots for different engines, but just so you know, if you have the 2.0 liter Ingenium engine, which remember means weird oil and sticking things in weird spots, it's over here, right there, the little critter. And you'll need, and I showed it in another part of the video, you'll need a oil filter cap wrench thing. It's a 65mm 14 flute wrench to get that sucker off. So just so you guys know, a heads up for you. Okay, so now is where we're going to use our handy dandy oil filter wrench here to go right down on this guy here. Get that right on there. We're going to get a socket on there. We're going to take that out and hopefully not make a mess. I tried to get some rags down in there to make it not as bad, so we'll see. All right, so we got pretty lucky. There is the filter housing there. The filter came out with the thing, came out attached to that, and didn't make a ginormous mess, which I was surprised by. So now we just have to replace the new filter, that bad boy right there. And make sure you change out the O-ring on here too, so that you get a new one of those, which should be in the box here. Okay, so as we tighten this down, I didn't torque it because when you get to the end, it pretty much just, boom, stops. And you really can't do much more to give it any more. It only torques to 20 or 25 foot-pounds, so it's not really very much, but right now this is at the bottom, and we're just gonna leave it there and call it good. All right, so we got the drain plug back in, the oil filter is on and tight, so now it's time to put in the oil, and the capacity for the engine here, the 2.0 liter turbo, is 7 liters or 7.4 quarts. I thought it was worth showing you these oil bottles. So the Motul, I think is how you say it, specific motor oil for Land Rover and Jaguar, that's the ST-JLR 51.5122. These bottles are cool though. This part here tears away and then it pulls up into this kind of flexy spout, and there's a cap that screws off, and then a part you pull out of there, and then you're ready to pour. But this oil is like the thinnest stuff I've ever seen, and you can see it like pours out. I would say iced tea, but it's weak iced tea. It's just really thin, but it's what's supposed to go in here, so we are gonna go with it. And we got a bunch more to go, so we're gonna keep on pouring here. All right, so just finishing up the last one of these to put that skid plate, whatever, protection plate thing back on. Again, these are 10 millimeter, and there are 7 of them. There's not 50, whatever I said before. So there we go, that's tight there, all the rest are tight, and we're pretty much wrapped up. Put the oil cap back on, and we'll be in business. Okay, so the last step, at least for me, is to reset the service indicator message that keeps on coming on. And the car is at 32,000 miles, so it's time for a regular service thing. So I rotated the tires, changed the oil, we changed the air filter for the engine and changed the cabin air filter. And that pretty much constitutes the service. At Land Rover, that's like 800 bucks. So saved quite a bit by just kind of knowing how to turn a wrench. So to reset this light though, it's a weird procedure. You've got to have the hood open, driver's side door open. You're gonna get in the car. We're gonna push the ignition button to turn the ignition on without pushing the brake to actually start it. And then we're gonna hold down the brake and accelerator for as long as it takes for us to see a service resetting message pop up. So let's go ahead and do that, and then we'll start it, and we shouldn't see that message. So here we go. We'll push that there. So ignition's on. It's telling me that I didn't press the brake when starting, so we're gonna push down brake and accelerator, and we wait. Service resetting. There we go. Now we are going to hit the button here to start it. And no service message now, so good news. All right, so to wrap this thing up all together, just checking on the dipstick to make sure oil level's good. It's hard to see on the video, unfortunately, here, but looking at it in real life, you can see that the oil is about 2/3 of the way up between those two little dots there. So that's right about where it should be. And according to Land Rover, we're good for about 16,000 miles. So we'll keep it on the levels, make sure we're good, and we should be good to go. Okay, so all done. Got the oil change wrapped up. Hopefully that was helpful for you guys. I know I'm not a professional mechanic. I know you're surprised by that, but we still got the job done, and that's the important thing. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything, put them down in the comments section, and I'll try to deal with those down there. Otherwise, good luck as you're working on your home projects here. Have a great day.